Okay, well, welcome to this episode of Whiskey Noobs. As always, I'm your host, Chris. This is the show to indoctrinate your friends into liking whiskey. That's what I think
That's
is.
right.
If you want to just brainwash your friends into liking whiskey, create a podcast and have them on where they drink whiskey.
Dude, I'm so glad to be back. This is so much fun.
Good. Today we got Justin back on the show. You'll probably remember him from episode 2 and 22. I remember that because it was 2 and 22. Yeah. So, today we're trying something that I think is going to be a lot of fun. It was my bribe to get him on the show. We are going to see how foods affect your palate today. Now, we've always said if you eat before you drink whiskey, it makes the whiskey taste different. But one thing that people do is they pair food with whiskey. Like you'll eat while drinking whiskey, not just eat before drinking whiskey. And then the other factor at play here is that spicy foods affect your palate for sure.
Define palate.
Your palate is like if you eat something, what it tastes like. Or if you drink whiskey, what it tastes like.
So basically just taste buds.
Yeah, like your taste buds,
okay.
Yes. Yep. Layman's terms, my bad.
Yep. Slow it down for me.
But yeah, so spicy foods, right? Like, have you ever eaten something, and then you eat something spicy, and then you go back to it, like a dessert or something, and you're like, ooh,
See,
flavor.
I'm super interested with this bourbon. Like, beer, carbonated.
Right.
Messes it all up when you drink it
Big
afterwards.
time.
It's huge.
Yeah.
This bourbon, not so much.
Not carbonated, but a lot more alcohol.
Uh-huh.
So I'm interested
But
to
I'm
see.
not really sure what the alcohol is going to do.
Sometimes, in my experience, if I'm eating something spicy and I'm drinking straight whiskey with it, they like the spiciness, quote unquote, of the whiskey, like makes it spicier. I don't know if there's a chemical thing going on there. I imagine there is. Because they say, like, if you drink water after you eat, like, hot sauce, it makes it worse because the oils don't mix with the water, and then it spreads it throughout your mouth. That's what they say. So I think it might be a similar thing with whiskey. But I don't think we're going to get too horribly spicy today, so I don't know that we're going to have much of an issue.
Which way we starting?
We're going to start... The jalapeno, I think, is going to save for last as, like, a cool down. Or do you think we should do, like, mild, medium, jalapeno hot?
Work our way up.
Where's jalapeno land? I haven't had it before.
I think it's sweet.
So, like, lowest.
Lowest.
Okay.
I think that's low.
Okay, we'll do jalapeno, mild, medium, hot.
Yep.
Okay. So today, to get to my point, I guess I never said what the point of the episode is.
Right.
How does food affect what you're tasting with your whiskey? We're going to taste hot wings. We're going to slowly get hotter.
Give them the list.
The
1, 2,
list.
3, 4.
Yes. So we're going to go through jalapeno. It's like a sweet jalapeno, though. It's called Jammin' Jalapeno. These are all from B-Dubs, by the way. BW3 is Buffalo Wild Wings. I have no affiliation with them, but that's where we got them from, just so you know. We're going to try Jammin' Jalapeno first, then we're going to try mild, then we're going to try medium, then we're going to try hot. I didn't get anything hotter than hot because I'm like, I don't think I want to get that spicy with whiskey. No. There's for those of you who don't know, there is a YouTube channel that does a similar thing with like celebrity interviews. I'm not trying to copy that. I just really like chicken wings.
I was thinking about that last night.
I'm not trying to copy that by any means. I just really like chicken wings. And I thought, this will be a fun way to see how spicy foods specifically affect what you taste with whiskey.
Sure.
What better spicy food than hot wings? I mean, honestly.
Plus, these are two just... Everybody loves chicken wings.
Right.
I don't care who you are. You love chicken wings, and everybody loves bourbon.
Exactly.
Well,
maybe not
everyone.
vegans.
Yeah. Yes, you got a point.
No, but so chicken wings. You're a chicken wing guy then.
Huge.
I know you're a chicken guy because I've known you for
once or twice a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for a minute there, was that college or high school? We were going to wing night like a lot.
We need to go
at like Quaker, where you get all you can eat.
All you can eat.
That's the stuff. I don't know if they do that right now or not because it's a shortage or whatever. For a minute there, I don't know if it's still a shortage. There was a shortage of chicken wings. It was very worrisome.
Never noticed. Still getting them twice a week.
Still go. Yeah, you just went on Thursday, didn't you?
We usually go Tuesdays.
Tuesdays? Okay.
And then I usually go Friday for work.
Okay. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Big chicken wing guy. We were just talking, actually, flats versus drums, because that's another big debate.
I need comments on this.
Yeah, we need... Okay.
So everybody's flats all of a sudden. I've never been flats my entire life.
I've always been flats.
I've hated them.
I love them.
They're always like jabbing your finger in the center to try to get it out.
There's like way more meat in there.
No.
And there's like the crunchy on the outside.
No.
So yeah, we need to know if our listeners are flats or drums. I wonder if there's a correlation between the type of whiskey you like and whether you're flats or drums.
That's me.
Yeah. I don't know. But today we will be drinking Bulleit Bourbon. So this is going to be the review episode for Bulleit Bourbon. Justin, you know Bulleit Bourbon because I actually gave you a bottle. Yes.
Yep.
And I think you and I drank it before or something. I don't remember why I got you that specifically. But at any rate, I think I got you it because you liked the Rebel a lot. And so I was like, I'll get you Bulleit.
Yep.
Bulleit Bourbon is like a staple for me. It's just it's the not, oh my gosh, it's going to knock my socks off, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it's super cheap. It's just like a good whiskey.
I think it's a starter whiskey.
Yeah, it's great.
Everybody you talk to is like, hey, what's good whiskey for me to start on? Boom,
Bulleit. And I think that's a great point.
It is.
Maybe it has a special place for me because when I was almost 21, I wanted to get into drinking whiskey. I knew when I turned 21 I wanted to get into drinking whiskey. And I asked somebody who was of age for a good bourbon, and he said, Bulleit. He said, they make a rye, but I like their bourbon. And I was like, no way. And it was one of the first bourbons that I bought to try.
It's a go-to.
It is. It's a staple. You'll hear a lot of people talk about it. So we're going to finally review that today. We're going to do a quick review of it. Well, not a quick review. We're going to do the actual review of it. And then we'll eat the wings. And instead of doing a review every single chicken wing, we're just going to say like how it changed. Like, did we lose some flavors? Stuff like that, you know? So let's do the actual review first, though. Oh, it smells so good.
I feel like we need a toast.
A toast? A toast to what? Chicken wings?
To
flats.
More like to drums.
To flats. It's one of the better smelling bourbons.
It really is.
It doesn't have like the... Ooh, I wasn't at my mic. It doesn't have like the harsh...
No. Going up the nose or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just smooth.
And we haven't even eaten anything yet, and it's not harsh.
I feel like once I eat, I think it's gonna be spicier.
I think it is. I think the spicy wing and the high alcohol content, it's gonna be bad, I think. We're gonna find out. What are you smelling?
I'm smelling these chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Fair point. Are you?
I've been looking at them.
I'm
like
taunting you. You got to do.
We had to make a sacrifice for this chicken.
Yeah. You smelling anything specific from the bourbon?
No, but I want to smell honey, just because I feel like this jam and jalapeno is going to have some honey in it.
That would be banging, yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. I feel like it is their version of jalapeno honey from Quaker Steak.
We should have got like bourbon barbecue or whatever it is.
That would have been
because then we can relate like, hey, how does it taste with the actual bourbon?
That would have been a good call. That's going to have to be a different episode. We're going to have to eat chicken wings again.
We're going to
darn it.
All right, so back to this. Now I got to focus.
I should get, you focus, but I'm thinking bourbon-flavored chicken wings from like multiple different places and see which one tastes the most like a bourbon. I feel like that would be awesome.
So is this a sweeter bourbon?
In my opinion, yes.
It smells sweeter.
Bourbon in general is a little bit sweeter.
Yep.
But I think the nose of this specifically has a lot of like a caramel flavor.
I just think it's lacking like the smokiness of a regular like whiskey or something. So that's why it smells like super sweet to me.
Definitely doesn't have as much oakiness as some other bourbons. Like, I mean, even I don't know if the Rebel had more oak to it, but like Chattanooga sitting right there, Russell's, Wild Turkey, those all have more woodiness to them than Bulleit, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I know my type, and it's not smoky.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
so you're probably going to like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've had it before.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Yeah, we just said that. Okay. Let's give it a try.
Oh, that's smooth.
Right. Doesn't like... That's why it might not be so bad with the spicy chicken wing.
But at the end...
Dry your tongue out a little bit.
No, it's like a little spicy at the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think there's more woodiness since you brought up the woodiness, tasting it, than there is smelling it.
Absolutely.
And maybe like...
But it's not bad at all.
No. And maybe like a little bit of like a cinnamon or something. I'm going to give it another taste.
What about like cranberry?
I could see that.
Yeah?
I was thinking of fruit.
Yeah. I just can't figure out what kind of fruit to pair it to.
I don't know. I got to look up their notes still. I haven't looked that up yet, but...
All right.
Go ahead.
Is there a riddle for today?
I don't have a riddle for today.
Oh, my gosh.
I haven't been doing the riddles.
Training. I have been looking up, expanding my vocabulary for this.
I haven't been... Okay. All right. You know what? I do have one. It's not really it's like a riddle. It's like a brain teaser more than a riddle.
Great.
Okay. I got one.
I'm already scrambled.
We'll do it. I haven't done... Okay. So for people listening, I like accidentally didn't do them for like 2 episodes. Like I just didn't even think about it. I got so lost in moving and trying to get the scripts cranked out in like 20 minutes. So I apologize for not having the riddles lately, but if people want them to come back, we'll bring them back if you think it's worth it.
I like it.
I do too.
For me, at least.
All right, we'll bring them back. Okay, here we go. I made it to their actual website too. So let's see. Okay. This is giving us a little bit. Oh, this is good.
Is there fruit?
No, there's no fruit, but there's something that we hadn't mentioned that I like. Smooth with tones of maple. Oak, and nutmeg.
Syrup. Why didn't I think of that?
I know. In the nutmeg, like the pepperiness almost, because nutmeg's not peppery, obviously, but it's also not as sweet as like brown sugar. Or so it's like got like that, I don't know, pepperiness is kind of the best way I can, say it. The finish is long, dry, and satiny with a light toffee flavor on the finish. I don't think
not grabbing that. Not grabbing
totally
that at all.
Totally agreed.
Isn't there a lot of things like you're supposed to eat with bourbon, as in like chocolate? I think chocolate's one of them.
Well, you can use dark chocolate as a palate cleanser.
Okay, that's
especially
what it is.
If you're drinking multiple in a row.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's not as much like wine, where like with wine you have like cheese and crackers with wine. That's like what people always say. It's not like that, just because, as you're about to see, it can be difficult to eat with bourbon or with whiskey in general sometimes, because it's so strong. I do it on occasion, but I'm going to give myself a little bit more because I've been tasting it like crazy. So we're agreed on the sweetness. There might be some kind of a fruit in there. Do you have any last guess on the fruit before we move to our chicken wings?
On the fruit? No, the fruit lost me. Because after you said maple, I'm trying to think like what goes with maple. You know what I mean? Like relate that to a fruit.
I mean, you put like strawberries on waffles and pancakes.
It's too sweet.
That's too sweet.
Yeah, I'm sticking. It's a berry for sure. I don't know if it's a blueberry. I don't know if it's cranberry.
I was just thinking blueberry bee. It's not like distinct blueberry.
No.
But I could see it. I could see it for sure. Yeah. But definitely the maple and the nutmeg for me were like super accurate.
The caramel and the maple for sure.
Yeah. And it says a dry finish, which ironically enough, I don't think this is as dry as some other bourbons that I've had.
God, no.
But it's definitely not like oily, without a doubt. It's not like my tongue feels nice and wet and smooth now. It definitely dries it out a little bit.
The lingering flavor is like the pepper.
Yes.
Yep. Like once you swallow after you've already swallowed it.
Yes.
You can feel that pepper on your throat.
Yeah, not toffee. I don't know where they were going with that. Not at all.
Now that you say that, as you say it as an exhale, I taste
You're
the
like,
toffee.
oh, I see it now.
There it is.
I think if I could taste it, it'd be in my head. I don't.
What's
think
that candy bar?
Heath.
It's now. Think of that. Take a drink.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Exhale. Heath. Still.
Weirdly enough, I could see it a little bit.
Okay, good. I was about to say.
No, I can kind of see it. That's got to be in our heads. All right, let's eat some chicken wings. Jalapeno. Jam and jalapeno.
Is there honey in it before I go?
Yes, but it's way spicier than jalapeno honey at Quaker. There's like a black pepper taste.
I don't know if it's like the bourbon or if it's just me or the sauce, but I can definitely taste jalapeno.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the peppery from the bourbon brings out the peppery in like the jalapeno.
That's a good point. We should have tried these before. We'll try them after.
We should have.
We'll drink a little bit of the milk that I brought in case it was too hot, and then we'll eat just the wings. But the pepperiness plays with the jalapeno really well. So that's one thing when you're pairing foods with whiskey, is the whiskey can complement the food, and this pairing works really well.
I did not see that coming.
Mm-hmm. Me neither.
I'm actually impressed. Now I feel like barbecue would suck.
I thought this was going to be the worst with the whiskey. That's pretty good.
It might be because I'm hungry, but this is good.
Yeah, we're also starving. We both just got off work. All right, that's pretty solid. We should give the pairing a rating out of 10.
I like it.
I don't have any reference yet, but I'm putting this pretty high.
Of course, right now, 1 of 1.
Exactly. This is setting the standard. Oh, go back to the bourbon. Go back to the bourbon.
Yeah?
Tell me it didn't get twice as sweet. It's like maple.
But the pepper at the end is extra.
At the end, it burns your tongue a lot.
So when I was drinking that, I could smell it. Mm-hmm. Super sweet. Mm-hmm. And then as I was drinking, I was like, holy shit.
My tongue's on fire. It's all right. I got to get like a beep noise. Like so far, it'd be like, holy, and then just be silent. I just need to get a bleep noise in there so people know what's going on. At any rate, from bourbon to wing, excellent. From wing back to bourbon, excellent, and then painful.
And then, yes. like
immediately painful.
But the smell, the initial taste is
sweet.
Great.
Yeah.
And then it's just horrible.
Yeah. All right. Since this is our standard, and I reserve the right to adjust it later, I give this a 5.0. This is right in the middle because eating the wing was awesome, but then drinking the bourbon
out
sucked.
of 10. Okay, so we're going to rank the chicken wings from 1 to 4 flavor-wise.
Yeah.
And then we're going to rank it 1 to 10.
We're going to give them each a 1 to 10 rating.
Okay, so I'm giving it a 7.
A 7.
Because I feel that, like you said, back and forth, 5 one way, or...
It was like 10 one way, but it was like...
Oh, so you averaged them out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one way it's going to suck on the next one, and then it's going to suck on the way back.
Okay, that's a great point.
So I'm ranking it high.
But I'm doing this without any perspective yet. I'm saying 5.0. I reserve the right to change that if the rest of these suck really bad.
No.
I said that in the beginning.
Okay.
Yes. We don't have any perspective
I'm keeping
yet.
it at a 7.
Okay. All right. I have a feeling this is going to be the best one out of all of them. All of the mild might be really good. Let's find out. Mild wings next.
Oh, we're going straight at it.
Oh, yeah. We're in it. Oh, yeah. Let's say what the bourbon lost. Well, we kind of did, right?
I feel like we got to get our palates back to normal, though.
Okay.
Drink it till it's normal.
Drink another good swish. It lost whatever fruitiness it had, I think.
Did you lose the pepper?
No. I mean...
Oh, it's still in.
I didn't lose the spiciness, at least. My mouth is warm from it.
Okay. See, I'm a big fan of hot stuff, as you know.
I know you are. Yeah. That's why this was your episode.
Your dad gave me a mango habanero hot sauce thing.
Did he?
He's like, I can't go through this. It's going to last me forever. I'm not going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I give it 2 weeks.
No way.
It was gone.
Oh. I got smoked serrano pepper in Myrtle Beach, and I mix it with ranch, and it is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. I'll have to let you try it when we go up. Maybe we'll dump one on a wing, and it'll be super spicy. All right.
Here we are.
Mild wing. So what do you think happened with the whiskey when you went back to it?
So after I ate the chicken wing,
Yeah.
jumped back to the whiskey.
Yep.
It was a little spicy, a little peppery.
Okay.
And then my second sip, it mild down a little bit more.
Okay, it wasn't as harsh.
So I think you just have to drink more whiskey.
That's a
in
good
between
point.
wings.
That could be what it is. Your first sip's going to be harsh, and then it's going to be better.
So yeah, so your first review should be like the truth. Because that's where all like, the flavor's going to.
Right. So it's your first sip, initial.
So this is
mild. If there's anything I think is going to be better than the jalapeno, I think it's going to be this one. I think it's going to get successively worse after that because it's just going to get spicy.
I'm just glad these are not like covered in sauce.
I was thinking
like
the
crazy
same thing.
amount.
They're not
This
drenched.
is good. Yeah, this is good.
All right, let's try it. It doesn't taste like much to me.
No, not at all. It's not hot.
Mm-mm.
Not spicy.
Mm-mm. It doesn't even taste. It doesn't even taste like hot sauce without the hot. It just doesn't taste like much of anything.
I was about to say what?
Tastes like salty chicken.
Yeah, I think the sauce just sucked.
I agree. This is the type of wing you dunk in blue cheese.
Because it's straight chicken?
Mm-hmm. Because you're like, I need some flavor.
Mm-hmm. Think about this. We've had the spicy bourbon, or like peppery bourbon. Wouldn't call it spicy.
Right.
It's kind of sweet. But since that burns a little bit, this takes away the burn from that.
I think this next sip's going to be good for that reason. I'm trying it. I don't know what I think. I don't know. It almost lost flavor. Like, the jalapeno, they played on each other so well that it kind of lost some flavor. I want you to try it, though.
But your mouth's not hot at all, right?
Right. It's not nearly as spicy as it was.
Why does it taste... So this is mild?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Bulleit's mild.
Yeah.
So I think they just contradict each other.
Yeah.
They don't do anything for each other.
It's just kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
nah,
real flat.
you know? Okay, so now that I have some perspective, I'm going to put that at like a 4.6.
Where you at with the jam?
First one, that's going up to like a 7.5. I think it's like a 7.5.
I'm sticking with 7. That was bad.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't enjoyable.
There was nothing crazy.
That wasn't like I would do it on purpose.
If I wanted to eat chicken tenders, no sauce, with just bourbon, that's what it tastes like.
Weirdly enough, I think the painful ones are going to be better because they're going to accentuate each other a little bit.
Right.
Let's take another sip here. Make sure our palates are back to normal. We got to take smaller sips. We're burning through this bourbon.
Don't worry, I got another bottle.
That's a good point. I got the big bottle, so we're good. Weirdly enough, I kind of smelled brown sugar there when I took a sip, but it's really flat. It's not bold when you drink it anymore.
No.
It kind of has that taste, if you remember from our ranking episode, that taste that Jameson had, where it kind of left like a bitterness on your tongue. That's kind of what this is doing now.
Do your lips tingle a little bit?
Yeah. But, yeah.
That can't just be from that.
No, I think it's the combination.
I think it's a combination of both.
I'm telling you, there's got to be a chemical reaction. I don't know what's happening, but it has to be like...
But it has to. Ooh. You got that burp on recording.
Hopefully.
You did.
I'm going to amplify it so it's super duper loud. All right. This is where it's either going to get better or worse. Either way, I'm in it.
How do you eat your flat?
I don't do the professional, like...
Smush it down?
Yeah, I don't do that.
What about the hole in the mouth?
No, I eat around it. Like, I go like...
So like a normal
crunchy part first, because I love the crunchy part.
Right.
And then I eat the rest of the good part, and then I poke the meat
Try the
out.
pushing down.
I'm trying it right now.
It works great.
Oh, it's slippery.
That's just because you're using paper plate.
Yep. Maybe it's got to be warm to do it this way. All right. We're struggling. Okay. All right. I smushed it though. And then you just bite it and strip it, right?
Yeah. So usually at work.
That's efficient.
Yes, it is. So usually at work, you get the whole, like, you can dunk it so much easier in ranch.
That's a good point, too.
When it's flat like that. See, that's why I hate flats. Another reason.
But look at all the meat you just got in one bite. That's why I love flats. This sauce is significantly better.
Oh, so much better. I feel like it brings the taste out in sauces.
I totally agree. I think even the ones that are making the bourbon worse, it's making the chicken wings better, except the mild one. Because I think like having the alcohol on your tongue made the mild one less flavorful.
So this is where I'm at on it.
Okay.
If the wing is spicier than the bourbon, it brings out the flavor of the spiciness.
Yes.
But if the wing is like not as spicy as the bourbon, like it's not as good. It dulls it down.
100%.
So now I'm excited to see about this like super or the hot one.
Yeah. It's either going to be phenomenal or horrible.
But the thing is, it doesn't bring out the heat in the wing. For me, at least.
No.
It only brings out flavor.
At least, I don't know how spicy the medium normally are, but this doesn't taste spicy at all to me. That tastes like a mild wing.
Right.
Like what I would anticipate a mild wing would taste like. Let's try the bourbon, though, and see if that got like way spicier. I think we're back to having flavor again.
Yeah.
At least.
It's back to the same thing as we had in the first one.
Yeah.
So, what'd you have? Sweet in the beginning, and then pepper at the end?
Yes.
Again.
And then your mouth slowly got warmer and warmer and warmer.
Yep.
Towards the end. It burns up your tongue a little bit.
I'm super interested.
I am. This is the stuff. This is real science happening right here. I think I'm putting this between the two, though. I really like...
For sure.
I really like that jam and jalapeno.
It was amazing.
Yeah. I'm leaving that at like a 7.5, though, because it wasn't like mind-blowing, but it was a good combo. I'm going to put this at like a 7.0, like 7 flat.
I like the flavor of hot stuff. Like, not even the heat, just the hot stuff. So, like, it's hot. I mean, it wasn't really hot, but it was like, it had a good flavor of heat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving this a 6.
Okay.
I don't think there's nothing, I don't know if there's enough sauce on these or what.
I don't think there's enough sauce.
There's just not enough, like, bam, to give me an 8 or above.
So maybe this guy, spicy. Hopefully. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that this was like a 7. The jalapeno was a 7.5, and now that I have some perspective, that was by far
crazy.
The best. Because it not only did it bring out the pepperiness of the jalapeno wing, but it brought like all the flavors of it.
For sure.
So that was banging.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The mild, horrendous. It flattened all the flavors of the chicken wing. And now this one, it was like right in between. It was like it brought out the pepperiness of the wing. And I think the bourbon, it's right back to it smooths out the bourbon in a way, not like making it smoother on your tongue, but making it less complex. It's more like sweet and then spicy. It's not like sweet because it's maple and caramel and nutmeg. It's just sweet.
You don't see people eating chicken wings though with bourbon.
No,
it's always beer and wings.
Exactly. So I think maybe bourbon is a good thing to have with hot wings, though, because it's making these taste way better.
What do you think? You think there's a bourbon out there that people like, when you eat chicken wings, this is what you have to have?
We got to find it.
We have to.
I think so. I think it would be really good if you had a bourbon. I think the hotter the wings, the spicier the bourbon. As weird as that sounds. Like, the hotter the wings, the higher the alcohol content.
The spicier the bourbon, the less mild the wings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make the wings super boring.
Right.
So if you had a super mild bourbon, like Buffalo Trace is really smooth, really mild, then you might be able to eat it with mild wings. But I'm worried if you drank anything straight, any whiskey straight, I don't know. Maybe a barley-based whiskey like that Jameson with not a lot of flavor, then your mild wings might be good.
Can I get some ice?
Ice for your bourbon? How about after the last wing?
I'm joking. I've seen your TikToks.
Oh. I do drink my bourbon with ice sometimes.
Do you really?
Yeah, I just like to make fun.
Okay.
So I always say this because I make TikToks like making fun of, other ways of drinking it. It's 100% though, just like let's say with working out, how you make fun of like CrossFitters. And it's like, would I do CrossFit? Absolutely. Like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like that's how I am with drinking bourbon. Like I make fun of putting it on ice or any whiskey. I make fun of ice or something, but I drink it on ice.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you make fun of your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, exactly. You're two of the same people.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've owned two different brands of truck. That's a really big one. Your trucks, man, it's like, oh, Ford's a piece of junk, but
guess what? They both take parts.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the coup de grace. This is going to be the best. I think I'm gonna make a claim.
I need to sip before. Okay. I feel like I haven't drank in between.
Smooth out your palate at all. I'm going to make a claim while you're taking that sip. This is either going to be the best or it's going to be between mild and medium. Ooh. Did it get harsher?
No, it had a weird kick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe because you hadn't drank it for a while, it kicked up your palate a little bit. I'm trying to do this.
You like that method?
I'm going to try it again. It's tough when they're not warm, I feel like.
I'm going for it.
All right. Get in there. I'm trying mine right now. This is the hot wing. We're making faces at each other, tasting this.
Are you getting like just spiciness?
Yes.
You know how I was like, oh yeah, once you get the spicy bourbon, you taste the flavor. Joke's on me.
Yeah.
What?
You know the transition at Quaker from Buckeye Barbecue to Supercharged where it just starts to taste like spicy? That's this. It tastes like I imagine pepper spray feels. Does that make sense?
110%.
It lost its flavor. It's just spicy now. Okay. The bourbon. My mouth's still burning. Oh my gosh. The bourbon kicks it up to 20. Take a drink right now.
Let me get the sauce on my fingers.
This is a 0.2. Whew. That just set your mouth on fire. It's like you're drinking pepper spray.
Like it's still happening.
Yeah, it stays. It stays with you.
I had this feeling when I was walking into this episode. I'm like, spicy and bourbon does not mix.
No, they do not. Wow.
It hurts.
It does. My mouth is burning right now. Burning. Let's get another hot wing.
Oh my.
Maybe it'll be better the second time. What do you think?
No.
I'll even eat a drum. Maybe it'll make the wing better. My mouth, by the way.
I don't taste like when I have a hot wing. I taste like the buffalo sauce.
Yes.
But this was just like, skip the sauce. We're tasting just the spices.
It's like you rolled it in black pepper.
Yeah.
And just jalapeno juice. Like not the flavor.
Just the juice.
The juice.
Soak this chicken drum in a jar.
So you're listening to this real time, like since the last time I took that drink, and my mouth still burns. It's still burning.
All right, mine settled down a little.
Yeah, but you like spicy foods. Don't forget that I don't. I like spicy foods, but I do not eat them nearly as much as you do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is crazy.
All right, I'm trying it again before it wears off. Did the wing get less spicy for you?
Yeah.
Way less spicy.
So now I think it's just immune to it. It's that initial kick.
If you want to do a wing challenge, eat one, drink some bourbon, and then eat the rest. Your mouth will go numb.
My lips are definitely tingling.
Mm-hmm. It's like I can feel the spicy, but it doesn't burn my mouth like it normally does.
So when I first started this episode, or this podcasting,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, one glass of bourbon. This sucks. Now here I am, holding the bottle.
You like it, huh? Yep. Like I said, okay, so those of you who like drinking whiskey and you want your friends to like drinking whiskey, this is how you indoctrinate them right here. That's how I indoctrinated Justin.
Ooh, that's got a bad swallow.
This is going to be really
I
bad.
don't think it's a good idea.
Not
Spicy
at all.
wings and bourbon does not mix.
But so do mild wings. Also gross. Medium
No.
wings.
No, it's the weird flavors.
That's fair.
Mild, medium, and oh, you're getting milk?
I'm getting the milk. I'm burning.
Get out of here.
A nice cold palate now. Did it get you a little bit? Yeah, I see your eyes are watering.
Yeah.
You need some milk?
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Get it jamming.
Good call.
I need to know. I need to know.
Great call. Is the jammin' really that good?
Don't go straight milk to wing. No
Milk
cheating.
bourbon wing.
That's right. Is there a bourbon you put milk in?
Not that I've done. But bourbon cream is a thing.
You may not know this because it's not bourbon, but I had a chocolate cake shot.
I've not heard of that.
Oh my God. With a
Was it
sugared lemon.
Oh my goodness.
It's clear. You take the shot, bite on the lemon. Amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's clear. I wonder what's in it.
I have no idea.
All right, mouth is cooled down. Meow bourbon. I wonder what bourbon and milk's going to
Did you
taste
say
like.
meow bourbon?
Meow bourbon. Are you messing with me right now?
No, you did. Right meow.
Right meow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. That tastes like bourbon again.
I'm still spicy.
Oh, we didn't rank it. So it was the worst. The spicy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying like 0. I think I said 0.2. I'm sticking with that.
Call me crazy. I don't know if I like pain
You like the abuse.
or what. I gave the mild a 4
Right.
because it was boring.
Yes.
I give it this a 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're 4, 5, 6, 7.
I would rather sweat and eat hot wings
Ooh, not me. That was torture.
and
That
go
was
through
tough.
and just live the pain.
I hate the pain.
Oh, no. So I'm giving that
Embrace
a 5.
the suck. Is that
Embrace
what
the
you're
suck.
thinking?
Yes,
Embrace
that's
the
it.
suck.
Embrace the suck. So I got 4, 5.
6, 7.
I did. 4,
Yep.
5, 6, 7.
I got 0.2 because that was spicy and that hurt. I got like 4.6 because the mild was boring. I got a burp because I'm chugging milk and eating spicy wings.
Milk, bourbon, and wings.
How about that? Quite the combo. I got, what'd I say? Did I say 7.2, I think, for the medium. I thought that was good.
Medium
And
was
then
good.
7.5 for the jalapeno.
Medium was good.
Medium
it was
was
like
good.
a hot sauce.
Yes.
Not like a ghost pepper, kill yourself.
Just like Frank's.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if the jalapeno lives up to the hype now that we've eaten all these, though. That flavor's banging.
Jamming.
Jamming.
Was it as good as your first time? I mean, I'm still giving it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's as good.
I'm still going to give it a 7.5. Especially now that I have all of the comparison.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see what you mean. I think maybe the spicy killed our palates. It was like so spicy that we're tasting less now.
I don't taste the heat in that like I did the first time. Like there was a little bit of heat.
Agreed.
in
I
that
was just
jalapeno.
thinking that, yeah.
And now it's not there.
Because that last one was all heat. It's like now we're not getting any. But if you drink the bourbon, you still get a little bit of a burn.
So the bourbon,
Yes.
going back to that, it was sweet again with that pepper at the end.
Yeah.
That didn't change. The wing changed, but the bourbon did not.
Now, what I would say, though, I agree. The process was the same.
Right.
Sweet and then peppery and then, like, spicy.
Right.
But I think it was dulled down compared to the last time.
I do, too.
I think both were. The
It
wing
still
and
had
the
the
bourbon.
same... yeah, exactly. The taste was a little bit dulled down, and it wasn't as... I think it was as sweet, though. I don't think you can kill the sweet. I think you can kill the spice.
I could agree with that, yeah. I can agree with that.
Now, I don't know if we're done here.
We're about to wrap up.
Because I know we have ranch.
We do have ranch. Perfect. I can give you the riddle, and we'll try them with ranch.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to give myself more bourbon because I ran out.
I might need a little more. You've created a monster.
You like it, huh? Indoctrination.
See, this podcast could go on forever.
It could.
You have all the flavors of wings. You
Yeah.
have ranch, but we're only trying one bourbon.
What are we trying with ranch? Oh, dude, if you did combos.
Could you imagine?
I'm just saying. Hear me out. You go to 3 different places. B-Dubs, Quaker Steak, a local place.
Right.
You get 3 different bourbon barbecues because everybody's got a bourbon barbecue. You get 3 different bourbons.
Oh.
You match them. This bourbon with this bourbon barbecue, this bourbon with this bourbon barbecue. I'm hearing a future episode right
So, stop 1, 2, and 3 for the wings
Yes.
and try and relate them.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you got, let's say, bourbon, or Bulleit Bourbon, not just bourbon. Bulleit Bourbon, let's say Rebel Yell, and let's say, like, Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
And then you've got, like, Quaker Steaks bourbon.
Yep.
And then do they have bourbon? I don't know. And then you've got, like, a bourbon barbecue from another place, like B-Dubs, and you got bourbon barbecue from, like, another place.
A
like
little
local
pairing.
place. Pair them up.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
What are we trying with ranch here? Mild.
I was almost thinking that.
It's the only one that doesn't have any flavor by itself.
So I feel like you're just gonna be tasting ranch with bourbon. So
Hey, maybe that'll be good. It's the only way I'm going to want to eat these mild wings, so flat or drum.
flat. Thank you.
I'll give you one with a good amount of sauce. Hopefully, at least one of those is ranch. I'm going to make sure this is ranch. This one's ranch.
Good. Don't give me that blue cheese stuff. That's a huge thing.
Big blue cheese guy.
Big ranch guy.
Love blue cheese. You know what? I'll do blue cheese with mine. That way we get 2 different reviews.
Ugh. All right. So
Riddle before we eat this.
sure, hit me.
Okay. Hopefully you haven't heard this already because I don't know the answer. There is a correct answer. Okay.
Okay.
You're on a game show.
Yep.
Okay. Doesn't matter what game show it is. Your favorite one. And there are 3 doors. Okay. One of the doors has the prize behind it. Kind of like Deal or No Deal, but it's just 3 doors.
Okay.
You got to pick the door that has the prize behind it. Okay. Got a 1 in 3 chance. You're picking the right door. So you pick a door.
33%.
The host says, let's make it more interesting. I'm going to eliminate one of the doors. It's not behind door number 2. You pick door number 1 just for this, whatever. And then he says, you have the opportunity to switch between door 1 and door 3. Do you switch or not, and why? And let's eat our wing while you think about that. I'm going blue cheese. You go ranch.
These riddles suck.
This one has a legitimately correct answer, and I didn't believe it
If
at
I
all.
switch from door, I have a 33%, 0.333333% chance.
Either way, you're saying.
Either way.
Okay. That's one way to look at it. That's what I thought before my professor told us about this. Let's eat our wing.
You know, just because.
This came from a professor that I had. He works for NASA. He was really cool.
This is why I hate flats. The one bone let go. Ejectocito cuz right to my mouth.
Ejectocito.
All right, but no joke. Could you taste your blue cheese more?
I could say so. I think so.
I think so. Like, I eat a lot of ranch. Big ranch guy. I know it's not good for you, but I don't care. Ranch goes on every single thing I eat.
Oh, I know. I love ranch.
Eggs, salads, steak,
But I like blue cheese better with wings. But
chicken.
Go ahead.
But, like, I eat a lot of ranch, and, like, I don't taste it like this. You know? it's dulled down. I really think it brings out seasoning and stuff.
You're tasting it in an extra dimension.
I won't go that far.
No, I agree. I think the blue cheese tastes a little bit better. I think the bourbon was still a little flat, but it was better than when it was just a mild wing. That's for sure. But now there's like no pepper at all. It's like, for me, it was like sweet, but not overly sweet, and that was it.
Since ranch is a milk base,
yeah,
I think it cleaned my palate, so my bourbon tastes the same.
Back to
square
normal. One. Okay.
I do think it brought out the flavor in the ranch, though.
Yeah,
but it wasn't as like it did like mild sucked.
Yep. This would be like a 6.0 for me, I think. So I had the mild at 4.6, and I had the next one, the medium, at 7.2. I'd say this is a 6.0.
Mine at 5.5.
Yeah. It was better than just the mild, but it's still not nothing to like write home. It's not the jalapeno, dude. Oh my gosh, that was banging.
That was. So I'm switching doors.
You're switching doors. Why? Why though? And it doesn't matter. Does it matter if you switch doors, or is it just 33% chance?
Because if you butt two doors up against each other, you can walk into the one and you open both doors.
No, that's not the answer.
I got nothing.
Okay. This blew my mind.
Blue cheesed your mind.
Blue cheesed my mind. We still got to talk about why blue cheese is better than ranch with chicken wings, but we'll get there.
It's not.
It's blue cheesed my mind. You should switch doors. You're right about that.
Yes, I knew it was.
If you switch doors, you have a 66% chance of getting it right, or 67.
No.
Yep. Because probability-wise, like it looks like it should still be 33% chance, right?
It's a 50-50 chance.
But no, that's what you would think, right? Like they're both 1/3, so then when you eliminate the one door, it's 50-50, but it's not. Because of the fact, the reason why, though, is that the host has free will and is going to pick a door that does not have the prize behind it, for sure. So look at it this way, and this is where it really blew my mind, right? There are 100 doors, and you pick one. And the host says, we're going to eliminate 98 doors.
So your probability gets better.
Then you're like, do you switch doors? Is it more likely that you pick the right door right off the bat, or that the 98 that got eliminated, the one that's left, has the prize behind it?
That riddle's stupid.
Is that crazy?
I mean, it makes sense. Yes, it does.
It's stupid because you're pissed you didn't figure it out.
But I wasn't thinking about that. I like there's no 100% right answer.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
There's a 2/3 chance if you switch doors, you're more likely to get it.
If you were the other door and switched back, it's still a 2/3.
But no, because if there was one door,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And you know what's funny? This is especially on my mind. My professor taught me that. He was really cool. But it was just on TikTok, and the guy was like, I don't believe it. It's 50-50. It has to be. Mm-hmm. And so he made a simulation to prove it wrong. In the simulation, it came out like 64.5%. And he's like, what? So it's real. At any rate, I want some closing thoughts here.
Prove to me first that blue cheese is better.
Blue cheese is better than ranch because ranch is just a bleh flavor. Like, it's good. Ranch is really good on not spicy things. But with hot wings, you need blue cheese because blue cheese has a punch to it. It punches you. And with hot wings, you can't just have a mild flavor. You can't just have a boring flavor. It just gets rolled over. Now, ranch on like barbecue wings, still good. But on hot wings, it just gets rolled right over. Why even have the ranch on it?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat a lot of blue cheese.
It's a little bit of pizzazz.
I'm just like stuck in that ranch phase. And I've never been like, why choose anything else other than ranch?
Blue cheese, dude. It's amazing.
I'm going to start trying.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on like Tuesdays, I'll get blue cheese.
Do it. And then on Fridays, you go back to ranch.
Yes. And then I'll start figuring it out in life.
There you go. Now, I want your thoughts. We went through which wings were better, all that. So we don't really need to close thoughts on that.
Yep.
Bulleit Bourbon as a bourbon, and then pairing bourbon with chicken wings. Go.
Bulleit Bourbon has a bourbon. Smooth caramel taste in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you swallow and exhale, it goes a little bit of pepper. You can feel the pepper on your tongue.
Yes.
And then with spicy chicken wings, you can feel it on your lips.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But then the mild flavors of wings, you can taste the flavor, but as you get hotter and hotter, the flavor starts going away. You start tasting the spice. And then when you switch back to bourbon, it goes back to just straight pepper. So the milder the wing, the more taste you're going to get from it, and the more taste you're going to get from bourbon. And the hotter wing, it just kills the spices or the flavor of the hot wing.
Right.
And then just straight pepper on the bourbon.
But it's got to be mild with flavor. because the just mild wing was
right.
You know, so I think if we tried like garlic parm and like barbecue and what else, teriyaki, banging
garlic parm. What do you get out first of that?
What do you mean?
Like most people, like which flavor do you get? Garlic. So I'm wondering if you're gonna start tasting parm.
Like parm, yeah, because like the strength of the whiskey is gonna kill down that garlic.
I'm intrigued now.
I think bourbon goes really well with non-spicy but also flavorful things.
It's got to be flavored. Mild, medium, and hot.
Yeah.
I think they're the same flavor, but just a different scale of each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you were to get like Chipotle and Thai chili or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that would be
the Asian zing.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be banging. Yeah. Yep, I think that's exactly. I said banging a lot because I like chicken wings.
Yeah,
a lot this episode, but I do. I think if you had flavor, but it's not so hot that your mouth just sets on fire, you're good to go. And that can be a rule for just pairing with foods in general, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want it to be just a dull food because the bourbon's gonna roll, or whiskey is gonna roll right over it. But with like a flavorful food that's not spicy, they're gonna complement each other.
What'd you think with your blue cheese? I don't remember if you said this or not.
Oh, I like the blue cheese.
So I made it pop a little bit.
Yes, I put it. The medium was a 7.2. The jalapeno was a 7.5. The blue cheese was a 6.
Okay.
So it was right between all of them because it was the flavor of the blue cheese helped with the bourbon, but we ate it with a mild wing, and the mild wings are just not that good.
Now I'm curious about. Lefroy.
Right.
Pepper.
That's exactly what I'm wondering.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we tried last time.
Yes.
And it was just straight peat moss. Burnt.
Yeah.
Imagine that with a spicy wing.
Right. And then you got monkey shoulder. It's like super mild, a little bit of citrus. What's that going to be like with like a mild wing?
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think? I bet it would make monkey shoulder pop.
Yeah.
And then
I think Lefroy would roll over the chicken wings.
What?
Kind of how your bourbon rolled over the mild wing and it was like this wing tastes like nothing. Lefroy with chicken wings, you're tasting nothing.
I think it's going to calm it down.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird.
But then I think when you go back to the Lefroy, it's going to set your mouth on fire.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean? That chicken wing, you're just tasting no sauce at all.
Lefroy to hot wing is going to be like, this hot wing tastes like nothing.
Yep.
And then back to Lefroy, my mouth is on fire. That's my guess.
But people that like Lefroy.
Yeah.
Changing back from that chicken wing to that, is it a whiskey?
Scotch, yep.
Turning back to that Scotch, do you think they like the pepper? Like that hard, harsh peat?
That's a good question.
I guarantee you, like, it tastes so much better.
That could be. I'd like to hear from people who like peated stuff. Let us know.
It's open-minded. I wish I had an answer, but I don't.
No, it's pretty cool how you can mix and match like that. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
We're going to have to try with like the bourbon flavored wings or like with different whiskeys. This is going to have to happen again, I think.
The drink of choice for a chicken wing and the chicken flavor. Like as of now, I'm Bulleit Bourbon and jam and jalapeno. That's my go-to.
That's the combo right there.
That's my go-to.
I think I have a theory, I don't know, that a bourbon specifically, not just any whiskey, but a bourbon with a garlic parm would be killer.
Rock your world.
I think it would. Especially hot parm from Quaker Steak, where it's got a little bit of the Frank's taste to it.
Okay.
I think that'd be insane.
Yeah. There's so many ways you can go with this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, think about it. How many options of chicken wing sauces are there?
It's never ending. It opens up a whole new door.
And then you got never ending bourbons.
You thought you've seen all the whiskeys? Now you got whiskeys with foods.
When are you going to make your own bourbon?
We're getting there. No. I'd love to.
Does it take a while? I don't know the process.
Yes, it takes a very long time.
I bet.
Yeah, whiskeys and whiskey. Good whiskeys and whiskey. Did I just say whiskeys and whiskey? Wings and whiskey. Good depending on the flavor. Terrible depending on the flavor.
You just need to pour a little bourbon on your whiskey.
In the barbecue. Yeah, we're both,
bourbon on your wing.
We're both doing it. Tell us if you tried it at home. I don't know. I put it in the email list that we were going to be eating chicken wings with.
I need to know.
So if anybody tried it at home, I got to
really
know. Did you have the same experience as us? But
I see TikToks of some guy like making brisket. I feel like bourbon is a beef drink.
Yes, a red meat. The heavier, bolder flavor.
Yeah.
Chicken's a little bit mild.
Yep.
We could try that. We could try it with like pulled pork, pulled brisket.
Here we go.
There's all these combos.
Break out the smoker. It's time to drink and time to eat.
You're exclusively the guest for eating now.
Oh, I can't wait.
You secured your spot.
Yes.
Oh, a good steak with like a peppery crust on it, like a ribeye.
This is. Oh,
I will say I've done that. I've had like an old on our honeymoon. I bought the best steak I've ever had in my entire life, and I got an old fashioned. Now, it was one of the worst, not worst, but worse old fashions that I've had. It wasn't very good, but it went really well with the steak. Like the steak was accentuated by the old fashioned. So, big old fashioned guy. All right, do you have anything you want to say to wrap up other than drums and ranch
and flats?
You like flats now?
All right.
I'm
just trying to make fun of you.
They're growing on you like whiskey?
This is great. I would never think that a podcast like this, just doing odds and ends, just weird stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody would think about this until you do it.
You
got to try it.
And now I bet everybody listening is like, I want to know what that's like.
Oh, you're not going to. Everybody's going to be like, oh, no, this isn't real. Like, it doesn't really taste different, but you have to try it.
And then you try it and you're like, wow, just like the water that we did with Zach 2 weeks ago.
What made you come up with this?
I wanted to do a food pairing.
Yep.
For sure. And then I was like, well, but spiciness definitely plays into it, right?
Yeah.
Like the spicier the food, typically the more it dampens your palate. And so then I was like, well, if I want to have Justin, spicy food. Boom. And then what's the best spicy food out there? Hot wings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that there is a YouTube channel that does the chicken wings with reviews, but for anybody who doesn't know, chicken wings have been my favorite food legitimately. You can ask anybody. My favorite food literally since I was a kid. Love chicken wings. And so I was like, what food can you do that you can try multiple different flavors in one sitting better than chicken wings?
True.
Boom. So yeah, that's what gave me the idea. We might have to continue it now with some different flavors. We might have to. You know?
Dude, it's been a blast, as always.
All right, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
And then the more I drink this bourbon, I'm just like, the more I want to be on this show.
Indoctrinate your friends. The Whiskey Noobs podcast. They're going to learn to love it.
Oh, it's
all right,
great.
Justin. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Pleasure eating some chicken wings. Everybody, I think that's all we've got for this episode today. If you tried it at home, let me know what you thought.
Let's do one thing.
What's that?
Let's drink about it.
Drink about it. I end every episode with learn to drink to learn, but your episodes, drink about it.
That's right.
That's Justin's motto for the Whiskey Noobs podcast.
Yep.
Thank you guys for listening. As always, learn to drink to learn.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Whiskey Noobs. If you like the show, please make sure that you tell anyone you know who you think would be interested in the hobby or in the podcast. That way we can help to spread the word and continue to grow. Please also make sure to review the show on Apple Podcasts and share our posts on Instagram at whiskey_noobs or on TikTok at Whiskey Noobs Podcast. It only takes a couple of minutes and it really does a lot to help spread the word and grow the podcast. Also, there is an email list for the show. If you'd like to join, you can just send an email to whiskeynoobspodcast@gmail.com and in the subject line put email list. I will add you to the list and then you'll be updated every month with the whiskeys that we will be drinking on the show throughout the month. That way you can drink right along with us and see if you're getting the same notes. Once again, thank you so much for listening to the show. The Whiskey Noobs podcast does not support underage or otherwise irresponsible consumption of alcohol.